I think comedically Oliver is probably at 15 or 16. I think
he's quick, man. He played that game so well.
He gets it. And again, he's going to be carrying me. He did come to see, and we talked about it before. He came to see me do a couple of sets over the summer. He came with me to the Improv a couple of times. Then he saw a full set at the Flappers in Burbank, where I'm not kidding, Ben. I said fuck no less than 7,000 times.
Really?
And every time I would say it, I'd go, "Your kid's here." And I go, anyway. So then this fucking guy, "Your kid's here." Like,
well, that becomes part of the game of that whole set. Then the idea that your set has to be tailored to the most unusual thing in the room, which is your kid is in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
But so he's not immune to that kind of language, and of course, I've become a little too lax with it around the house. To be honest with you, I need to tighten some buttons.
My parents cursed very, very early. There's a story I could tell, if
Please.
I may, guys.
I'm begging you to.
All right. There's a story. I was in public schools in the Bronx growing up in a place called Riverdale. So I went to PS24. My mom was a school teacher there. She was a music teacher, which she's still a music teacher. She's been teaching for 50 years in public schools in the Bronx. It's pretty incredible. And so I was in kindergarten, way too young to be cursing, way too young. And next to me was someone who I became very close with because we both liked Nintendo. His name was Shigeki. Didn't speak a word of English. Never learned how to speak English. It's kindergarten and nobody in his house speaks English. So, I would go to his house and I'd play video games and he'd come to my house and we wouldn't say like, which I always thought, I never realized till later in life how beautiful that was. So I'm in the back. My family curses a lot. I'm in the back next to Shigeki. We share a table or next to each other. And for some reason, I say shit at the top of my lungs as a kindergartner, which is very young. I go, shit. And the teacher was like, also because she knows my mom, so it's even more like she goes, Benjamin. And then I said, Shigeki did it. And I didn't know how funny that was until my mom found out and she was dying and told my dad, and he was dying. Like, you can't curse, but they like, you know, like when you're young and you start to see like you can get away with shit if you're a little bit funny. That was one of the first ones that I didn't know I did something funny because I literally was trying to put the blame on whoever's next to me.
Right.
But it was the person who's never spoken a word of English in his entire life would yell out shit for no reason.
Great story. I'm going to give it 9 Olivers.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what gets that 10.
To hear the whole conversation, subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit nevernotfunny.com.